Stephen, just a follow-up question. You know, for Kenyans watching at home and following this process, we keep telling them they're verifying these constituency forms. But what are the mechanics actually like? When a returning officer comes and presents their papers, what goes through that verification process? You know, what are the agents looking for? And as you mentioned, you know, one constituency taking a lot longer than that prescribed 15 minutes that the IEBC chair had called for. So what does that process in plain language actually look like?
Vicky, when you get that Form 34A and look at it, it will give you very details of an election. For instance, it will give you the registered voters, the voter turnout, those that have cast their votes in favor of one candidate and the other, and it will also give you the rejected and the valid votes cast. And that again, when you go to the bottom, you will find a place where the returning officer signs, or the one in charge of the station signs. The clerks will sign, and then again, when you go down, you will see the agents having signed, agents of both parties. Some of the things that is verified right at the verification tables is whether the number of those that cast the ballot and that have been anchored or written in that form will reflect the one that has already been posted in the portal, in the IEBC portal, and that is one of the very crucial scrutiny that happens to ensure that there is no any alteration or changing of the results along the way as the returning officers take their the results from the tallying centers at the constituency level, right up to this point at the Bomas of Kenya. So those are some of the steps of verification that happens here, and of course the security features of the forms that are presented to the verification table is also scrutinized to ensure that it is the correct form that is being presented there. And of course, you know, that goes around all the agents and all those representing the political parties, and of course those in charge of the IEBC, those representing the IEBC in the verification process right there. And so there is a lot of math in terms of also calculating the number of votes that each candidate has gotten, and then multiplying it or adding them up to see whether they will tally with the number of votes cast, the number of votes that have been rejected, and the number of stray ballots that has been tallied or registered in that particular form. And so it is as simple as that. Those are some of the key issues that are verified before now it is clear to the next stage, and then finally the declaration being done by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Vicky.
Thank you, Stephen, from the Bomas of Kenya, giving us an upbeat assessment of the situation. And Vicky, here, the mathematics, I mean, when the chairperson talked about 15 minutes per returning officer, you can imagine now, let's compare. Lamu County has 2 constituencies, so it's Yellow County 2. You have, in the cases of Kiambu County, 12, right, and Nairobi 17.
Yeah.
So mathematically, of course, it's going to be different, but all the same, though, Stephen will be giving us more about the events at the National Turning Center.